All right, folks, back in Garageband, we're going to have a little practice with creating drum beats using the drum set. All right, we're going to make sure our preferences is set for the metronome to play during playback and recording, which it is. Go ahead and get my musical typing out. Now, we're going to switch this piano to a drum kit. Any drum kit you pick is fine. Most of them sound somewhat similar. You can switch the sounds by clicking on the I in the middle. These are the different instruments that the software has. We're going to click on drum kit. We're going to pick pop kit. You can pick any kit you want, just depends on the desired sounds that you would like. Now it naturally starts off with a thumb sound at this A note, as you see down here, right here. This A keyboard letter. Now I'm going to click once over on the mouse on the left side to get to my sweet spot. And that puts the bass drum at the bottom. And it puts snare drums, 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. The other things that I like, it puts the hi-hat ticks, open hi-hat right here, crash cymbal, ride cymbal. The other notes are toms, tom, tom, tom. Ooh, it goes pretty high. More types of cymbals right here. Okay, so this is usually my sweet spot in terms of what I like to use to make more normal and natural sounding beats. All right, we're gonna switch my metronome. Usually it's automatically set on 120, but to switch the metronome in this software, you're going to switch it to project mode, and the tempo is set at 120. As you see, you click on it, and you can move it up or down. We're going to take it down to about 90 something. We'll do 93. All right. And then I like to keep it in measure mode when I am creating, so I can see how many measures I'm using. Another word for measure is bar. Don't forget that bar and measure mean the same thing in music. I like to make 4-bar loops before I move on and copy and paste them. So I'm going to start with a little simple 4-bar loop. And I usually like to record my drum parts separately so I can manipulate the volume of each one. All right? So, ready, and that's the drum beat bass drum I'm gonna use. I'm gonna pull it to the beginning. I forgot to put on my count in. Let's put in my count in so I have a little time to prepare. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more tracks. Make sure it's on software instrument. Create. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do another drum track. You can use different kits. I'm gonna use a jazz kit and do the snare. I'm gonna play with the snare sounds so you can see what I'm doing. All right, let's try that one. So I should have 4-beat count in. Ready, go. All right, so that was total chaos. Now I'm going to go ahead. Now, usually I go ahead and enhance the timing. So we're going to do the bass drum first. I'm going to pick one of them, do a Command A. We're going to switch this to, let's see what 16th note sounds like. My sweet spots are 1/8 or 16th note. We're going to do 16th note. Let's see what that sounds like, because it's a little complex, the bass drum, and it comes in several beats of the 16th note. All right, you know what? Let me undo that so you can see what it sounded like before, and I'm going to loop it. Here's what it sounded like before. Let me mute that snare drum. So it cut out the first beat. It's okay. Yeah, it was off just then, right there, if you heard it. All right. So we're gonna bring back the quantization. I'll put it on the 16th note again. All right. That cleaned that up automatically. Now it's a perfect loop that you can copy and paste whenever you want to. All right, we got that. Now remember, I'm keeping it only 4 bars long, only 4 measures long, so I can copy and paste later. Now we're gonna go to that snare sound. I'm gonna just pick one of them, and we're gonna put it. Normally I put snares to the 8th note, but we're gonna put it to the 16th note because I added a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I only did one of them. I forgot to select Command A. Let's try that again. All right. So let's see what that sounds like together. Actually, we'll do that by itself before we add it. Turn up the volume a little bit. All right, I'm gonna add back the bass drum. All right, that's good enough. So I'm gonna add another drum set, add a track, create. We're gonna pick another kit. We'll go to, and once again, you can use all the same kits if you want to, but I'm just playing around with different stuff. We're gonna go use the techno kit. We're gonna put some hi-hats on that. All right. See what that sounds like. 1, 2, ready, go. So that was a miss, all right? But we're gonna click on one of the notes. We already have it selected. Select all, Command A. We're gonna do enhanced timing on the 16th note. Let's see what it sounds like. Now, I could probably get, because I did so many beats in that, it might be better on the 32nd note, but we're just gonna keep it simple. 16th note, play around with different timings so you can see what works better for your situation. Now, you may or may not like this. You can drag things where you want to. Now, just so you see what it sounds like, I'm going to simplify it even more. I can take the 16th one, break it down to, this will sound even simpler. Watch how some of them will disappear or line up with each other. So some things change. Let's see what it sounds like. That's cool. But for what I'm doing, I'm going to go back to how I had it with the 16th notes. Let's try that again. Hey. Now, you can leave it like that or add extra stuff. Now, at this point, I'm going to cut my metronome off. I know it's a perfect loop. I can add other stuff like a bass line, a keyboard part. That's what I usually do. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to select all of this and do a Command C, move the cursor to where I want. Now, make sure where it says measure at the bottom of your project window, your mode window rather, make sure it's set to measure bar 5. See, it says bar right there. The beat is set to 1.1001, so it can come right in when you want it. And I'm going to show you a little bit. Zoom out a little bit. Another thing, you can zoom out, zoom in right here. Same thing with the bottom one. Zoom in, zoom out. I'm going to zoom out a little bit up here. Do a Command V. Notice that the cursor puts it right after what you recorded, and it puts it at 9, bar 9, beat 1.1.001. It's going to put you right in the place so you can keep pasting them. I'm going to paste again. I can paste as many times as I want to. I'm going to scroll down so you can see, and then paste it and lined it all up. Let's see if it sounds right together. As you see, it's continuous, no gaps. Someone can dance if they want to. They can rap if they want to, do whatever they want to do. No interruptions or weirdness to it. Now, we have a few things already set. As you see, it's a bunch of tracks. Usually I have more, but we're starting with 3. So sometimes I might start off deleting. So since I did a bunch of copying, we're going to start with the bass drum. And then we're going to add the hi-hats, then add the snare so it can go somewhere, so it can grow, so it won't be all in your face at one time. Since you know it's lined up pretty well, you can cut the metronome off for a second if you want to. See what it sounds like. I didn't put the whole beat in at one time. I'm letting it grow. Bass drum, then hi-hat, now snare at it. Hey, hey. Now right here, mixing is very important. Notice I just turned my snare up. You can turn, this is where you turn volumes up and down. Turn the hi-hat up. Another thing you can do is you can pan them into different ears. Right now I have everything set straight down the middle. We're gonna put more to the left side. I'm gonna put the loop on. So it should loop back. Putting some stuff in the right, put some stuff in the left. So it's gonna change where everything appears. Right now, work on your project. Never ask like I ain't let. You have plenty of time to accomplish this. What you doing getting up in the middle of this? Boy, Lord, you need to understand it's Mr.Y with the master plan. Understand as I can, or maybe I don't. Never misconstrue the way that I want. Yeah, if I tell you to work on your project, keep your earphones on, don't dissolve it. Understand that this is the way to go. Always do what he say. A Mr.Y bro, it comes top to the top of my dome. If you don't understand, you might need to go on home. But nah, never mind. You need to stay in my class and understand if you really want to pass. Stay seated. Stay seated. Mr.Y out. And that concludes this lesson for